Lesson 9, which will be in a couple days, deals with measurements. So we're going to talk about what we actually do in our mind when we are figuring out different measurements. So the first thing I want you to do, boys and girls, and you have your own paper, but tell me what to write on these first four.
12, 24, 36, 48.
Okay, now, it kind of sounds like I'm skip counting by 12s, all right? But what is that actually doing when I skip count? Starts with an M. Multiplication. Thanks for raising your hand, though. Okay, so how many inches is 10 feet?
120.
What, Carson, did you do in your head to figure that out? 10 times 12. So here's what you need to take away from this. If you can get the original measurement of 1, then you can use that number and multiply it to get everything else. Okay. So let's take a look at how many cups are in 1 pint. Anyone remember that? Emmett?
3?
No.
Or 2?
2. Okay, Justin, you're going to have to raise your hand, okay? All right, so if I have 2 cups in a pint, I can use that 2 cups in 1 pint to figure everything else out. I'll just multiply it all by 2. So 1 times 2 equals 2, of course, okay? What if I have 2 pints? How many cups would that be?
4.
Good, multiply it by 2 to get 4. How many, what would I multiply 3 pints by?
2.
And I'll get,
6.
and it kind of looks like skip counting, 2, 4, 6. Until I get to 9, and what will I multiply 9 pints by?
2.
And what will I get?
18.
Okay, so in my teacher's book, there was actually a cheat sheet for you so that you could use the measurements that you will need, like 1 pint and 1 yard and 1 gallon.
Everybody's going to keep it.
Okay, sounds great. And so, but I don't think we need the cheat sheet. I felt like you knew these on here.
Yeah.
So we'll see, all right? But how many feet are in 1 yard?
3.
3. Okay, so I'm just going to multiply the yards times 3 to get the feet. So 2 yards times 3. Okay. 3 yards times 3. 7 yards times 3. Okay, get the idea? Now we've got to figure out, wait a minute, how many quarts are in a gallon? Now raise your hand. Lucy?
4.
4. You guys really remember this well, okay? So we'll just multiply our gallons times 4 to get the quarts. So 2 gallons times 4.
8.
3 gallons times 4.
12.
And 8 gallons times 4.
32.
Okay. So lesson 9 deals with word problems and multiplying fraction of a gallon, a fraction of a yard, a fraction of a pint or a foot. Okay? So we'll use this type of strategy, but we'll have fractions in place of these whole numbers at the beginning. We might even have mixed numbers. Okay? So take a look at the next review page. This is stuff you need to know in order to be successful in today's lesson. So it's pretty simple, really. 4 halves, I'll just rewrite it as a division problem. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes to work on that. Okay, so take a look at 100 divided by 50. If we cross off 1 0, the answer is the same answer as 10 divided by 5. Does that work here as well?
Yes.
And what about 40 divided by 5?
8.
And what about 70 divided by 5?
14.
Now, how'd you get 14? Did you do it in your head or did you do standard algorithm? Okay. Well, okay, what's your idea? Because I'd like to hear it.
Like, 50 goes into 100 twice. So I did, like, how many times it gets to go to 100? So 2 times 7.
Okay. All right. What was your strategy, Zane?
12 times 5, 60. And then, I had 2 more.
Very good. Okay. What was yours, Adele?
I just used 75 and 5.
I was waiting for that.
I did zeros to both of them, both of the numbers.
Okay. So he added zeros to both of these, and that looks a little bit similar, doesn't it?
And then I subtracted 1 out from 15.
Yeah. Very good, Adele. Okay. Someone in block 3 said that too. So if you subtract 50 from this and make it 700, your answer is going to be what? 14 instead of 15. Very good. Okay, 8 divided by 4? 12 divided by 4? 20 divided by 4? What about this one? What strategy can you use for 72? Standard algorithm? Oh, there's got to be a better one than that. What is it, Zane?
35 times 2 is 70.
Well, that works. That works.
Wait, what is it?
35 times 2 is 70. How many of you could do,
4 times. I did 4 times 15.
you did 4 times 15, and then subtracted?
I got 60, and then I just added 3 more.
Okay, someone in block 3 said they did 20 times 4, and then subtracted 2, and that gives you 18. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's what they told me. Okay, so how many 25s are in 50? How many 25s are in 75?
3.
Now stop and think about it. Don't shout it out. How many 25s are in $4? Aiden?
How many quarters in $4?
Yeah. So because 4 quarters in $1.
But you can just put a dot in between those zeros.
You could. I mean, I was imagining it
Or you
myself.
can do 4 times 4.
Okay, take a look at this. This is a review of yesterday, sort of. So go ahead and turn the page. You tell me what to write down, and then I'm going to ask you some questions. Don't shout any answers. And you wait until I ask the question before you say it. So what is my total here? 12. What am I dividing by?
3.
Number of boxes. And my answer is
4.
okay. Now, what I need is another way to write 12 divided by 3. 12 thirds equals 4. Now, here's what I don't want anybody to shout, but what could I multiply times 12 to get 4? Don't shout it. There's no way it's a whole number. Brian, what do you think?
7,500.
You're getting really close to what you need. He's thinking it's less than 1 whole. That he's going to multiply to 12 and it will be 4. What do you think, Justin? He's right. 1/3. Now, originally, yesterday we had the multiplication problem written out for us and we had to draw the diagram and write the division, correct?
Yeah.
Well, today it's asking us to decide what that original multiplication problem would have looked like. All right? So this step right here is actually the one we started with yesterday. So let's take a look at the next one. All right? Oh, and by the way, 1/3 of the tape diagram is the answer for the fraction. It's a visual. Okay? All right, so what's my total here? And I am dividing by 7. So my answer is 4, correct? So I would have 4 in each of these. Okay, and I don't need you to shout out answers. Another way to write 28 divided by 7 is 28 sevenths. Carson, what can I multiply times 28 to get the answer of 4? 1/7. Does my tape diagram show 1/7? It does. Okay, take a look at these. Now, what do you notice? These top two go together. So what do you notice different about the second one from the first one? Carson?
The second one, like, it adds together to make one whole with the...
It's not just a numerator of what? 1. It's a numerator of 3. Okay, so let's fill this in. I want you to stay with me. 24 divided by what?
4.
Equals? Okay. So another way to write it, 24 fourths equals 6. All right? As a fraction. Now look at this. Eyes up here for just a minute. Do I have a denominator? What is it? My denominator will not change. I just count my number of shaded. Okay, this one's different. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. 24 fourths equals 6. And this is where it changes. How many fourths do I have this time?
3.
So 3 fourths equals,
18.
how did you get 18?
6 times 3.
6, your answer to 1, times the numerator. Or you could look at repeated addition.
And count the 3 6s.
You're right. But you're going to start doing this without a tape diagram. So it's important to know that your answer, when you figure out 1 unit, multiplied times the numerator. Okay, take a look at this one right here. 56 divided by 8 equals 56 eighths equals, do I have a denominator? What is it? 8. How many are shaded? Okay. 56 divided by 8 equals 7. First part of this is the same. How many are shaded this time?
3.
3 what?
8.
And 3 eighths.
21.
3 times 7 is 21. That's correct.